So I'm like 50% down rendering my video, my review, but I had to add this in here. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking about the chapter and it just pops in my mind and I feel like such a genius. Like, oh my god, I might be onto something big. I don't know if this is like a theory out there right now, but I know it popped into my head. You ready? Pudding is a yandere for Sanji, and she's the one that's responsible for beating up that female cook. It wasn't any of the brothers. It was her that did it all along, and she's doing all this because she's one of those, Gasai. If you don't know who Gasai is, look her up. She's from Future Diary. She's one of those type of chicks. Crazy theory just popped into my head, and I had to stop the whole production of the video just to add this in the video. Let me know what you guys think about that theory, though. I'm out. Oh, Oda, what are you doing to my feels? Again. Oda. This chapter of One Piece. My gosh. I'm gonna jump right into it. I honestly, as great as it sounds, and as awesome as it looks, and as beautiful as it may seem, still don't buy the pudding shit. I don't know why. Well, I kind of have an idea why I feel this way, but a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, yes, pudding is good. Yes, pudding is really down for Sanji. Yes. But let's just look earlier in the chapter before we got that beautiful moment, which honestly, if it does come down to Pudding betraying Sanji, doing some dirty shit, revealing that she is a scumbag, that's gonna hurt so bad. Especially after the proclaim that he made at the end of the chapter. Nah, Pudding, you're my savior. Like, such a beautiful moment. Sanji has flirted with many women. Sanji has been out there. He's traveled the seas. He's seen beautiful women. He's tried to fucking bang every one of them that he could find. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to, but ultimately, he's been around the block. He's seen a lot of women, but it seems as though, opposed to all those other women, like, Nami Swan, Robin Chuan, whatever the case may be, this one, it looks more like it could be love, and that's going to destroy him even more after this arc. I could definitely see if Sanji does return to the Straw Hats and they continue their journey and all that good shit, I could definitely see Sanji being broken after this, assuming that Pudding does pull some bullshit and fuck him over big time with his emotions and just overall is a betraying, lying piece of shit. And again, here's why I feel that way. Look earlier in the chapter. Look at majority of Big Mom's people. Look at the kids. The little girl, the little fucking girl is like, hey, let me get those knives. And the brothers are like, no, don't do it. She's gonna try and kill us. We want to kill her so badly. And Big Mom is preaching, everybody has a couple hundred people that they want to kill. It's not a big deal. You guys get along. If she's talking like that, Big Mom, she's teaching the kids that. The little girl acts like that. The brothers are talking about killing their own sibling. Where will Pudding become this beautiful, innocent, oh my gosh, she's so nice type of person from? I mean, you could argue that, hey, Lola wasn't that bad, right? Lola wasn't a fucking evil piece of shit. I mean, she had her moments, but ultimately she wasn't just this disgusting piece of crap, right? Well, look at her and where she's at right now. She left them. She got away from Big Mom and her family, so there's a possibility the reason she did that is because, hey, they're scumbags. Hey, I'm a decent person. Hey, let me get the fuck away from them. Pudding, I don't know. It just reeks. You smell it. She's pulling the wool over our boy Sanji's eye. I truly feel it, and maybe that's just my crazy theory. Maybe I'm completely off the mark. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm just being a conspiracy theorist at this point? Do you think that was just 100% genuine, beautiful, just the Sanji and Pudding moment? They are gonna be together forever. This is the end of Sanji's journey on the seas. This is his all blue. Is Pudding Sanji's all blue? That's a question right there. Or do you think that there's a possibility that Pudding is trying to play innocent and she's rigging all this shit so that way she can just get Sanji locked in and complete her task for her mama, Big Mom, and she's just like her other siblings that we've seen. The little girl that wants knives, the brothers that want to kill their sister. Like, do you think she's just like them, just a little bit more sneakier? Now, this chapter, the content, I honestly felt like I was reading scenes from a movie. No joke. Between Luffy saying, I am not going nowhere, I'm staying right here, it was dramatic and it was amazing. Like, honestly, I think that this is going to be a very huge arc when the anime hits, and I think overall this is going to help One Piece in popularity because, again, like I said last week, and it's continuing, my fandom is resurging in a humongous way for One Piece. I feel like these are all the amazing elements that I loved in One Piece that are all coming together. Luffy standing there. You got this thunderstorm, which we need to talk about that real quick, but you have this thunderstorm coming down. Fucking the weather's changing and everything. Supposedly Big Mom is doing all this. I ain't leaving. That I love that about Luffy's character. I'm not going nowhere. Amazing shit right there. But then on top of that, you got the army. Big Mom's people are coming to slaughter this motherfucker. And he's like, I ain't going nowhere, bro. I'm staying here waiting for Sanji. Shows integrity, shows everything about Luffy's character that is amazing. It just shows all right in there. And again, it felt like a movie. Like, the weather's changing, an army's coming, and one motherfucker by himself is not going nowhere. I love it. Amazing. But let's look at this from another perspective. We see, assuming that this is happening at the same exact time, Big Mom's sitting down eating dinner. The bitch is fucking stuffing her face. She got the Vince Smoke family there. She's having a grand old time. She's not really worried about Luffy right now, seemingly, right? Unless she's that damn good that she don't even gotta really show it and she's doing it in her mind, or maybe she's using some of her homies to do it or whatever. But there's a possibility that if it's not the homies, that maybe Big Mom really isn't capable of doing this. Maybe this is something else. Maybe she's pulling the wool over a lot of people's eyes and she's not actually controlling the weather herself because, again, you didn't get really any inklings of her doing shit. She's sitting there eating. She's sitting there talking with her children. She's sitting there like not giving a fuck about anything. So there's a possibility either she's that damn good that she can go and fucking stuff a giant turkey up her ass and whatever, and I'll take care of him from the back of my head, or there's something more to it. Maybe she's a fraud when it comes to these incredible powers. If Big Mom turns out to be a fraud, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it, but if she's that damn good, then damn, she's living up to the Yonko name. And we even got progression in this chapter. It wasn't just Luffy standing there and nothing happened throughout the chapter. Not only was the weather changing, but the army came, and Luffy, after just, how much has this man been through in this arc already? He had this gigantic battle with Cracker, all fucked up. He's, destroyed. Then he gets his face and his shit kicked in by Sanji. And then now he's fighting more of Big Mom's army. I don't know. Like, if there comes a time where him and Big Mom have to throw down, how can he do anything? Like, at this point, it's going to be some Deus Ex Machina if Luffy's able to really fight Big Mom on an equal terms. Again, assuming that she's not a fraud, then how is he going to do it? He took fucking one of her number one people and took everything he had to take down Cracker. He fucking got his ass kicked by Sanji. Where's the stamina going to come from for him to get up and fight the full-on Yonko? Again, unless Big Mom really isn't all that she's been cracked up to be. Maybe she's a slippery. Maybe Pudding's characteristics and the children's characteristics is traits of Big Mom. Maybe Big Mom is tricking a lot of people. Maybe she got into power by being some sort of slippery motherfucker. Maybe she does have some powers. Don't get it twisted. I'm sure she can do some stuff. But maybe that conniving, manipulative thing that I'm assuming from Pudding is Big Mom. And she tricked a lot of people. Maybe all that nasty shit from the other children, again, Big Mom. And, a lot of fucking blowing smoke up people's ass can make people think things that really aren't the truth. And then the moment towards the end of the chapter that was absolutely beautiful, but it makes me fear for poor fucking Sanji's heart when he's pouring his feelings out to Pudding. When Pudding and him are back and forth caring for each other and he pulls off the mask. And it showcases the relationship that could potentially build right there. Well, Pudding doesn't really care for her family. She doesn't like the way they operate. Again, assuming that she's on the up and up right now. Everything's legit. Sanji, his family's piece of shit. They treat him like shit. Bam, beautiful bond right there. So even if Pudding is legit and she turns out that she's not really tricking Sanji or nothing like that, then who knows, if he does eventually go with Luffy, he might say, well, that's my wife, I love her, I'll be back for her, but I need to do something with Luffy first. So again, assuming she doesn't pull the wool over Sanji's eyes, and this isn't all bullshit this entire time, which again, assuming that she's that same woman that we've seen in the previous arcs, where I think it was like one of Big Mom's daughters as well that had the eye in the middle of her forehead, why wouldn't she have shown that to Sanji yet? Unless she's embarrassed, there's a possibility there, but I really, really have a bad feeling about Pudding. And honestly, as far as helping Luffy right now, I foresee Jinbei showing up. I think he's going to be missing an arm or a leg or something like that, but I think that's going to be the person that's going to save him. He's going to have to slap the shit out of Luffy and say, listen, motherfucker, we don't got time for that right now. We'll save Sanji together, bro. Like, I'm going to help you. Let's go. I think that's what's going to happen, and that's going to be a sick scene if it does go down like that. And honestly, an incredible chapter. An amazing chapter. Definitely one of my favorites. Like, One Piece right now. The past 2 chapters, probably 2 of the best chapters this entire year and the past couple years. Like, if you add up all these chapters from these different years, I think these will be 2 of the top ones. Last week where Sanji's kicking at Luffy's face, fucking him up. This week we have this, I guess, not really Cinderella, but it's kind of like 2 Cinderellas in a way, where Sanji's abused by his family. Supposedly Pudding doesn't care for the way her family treats people, and they're kind of forming this bond, but again, I don't know. I need you guys' thoughts on this one. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little bit too emotionally invested in this. Do you think Pudding is pulling bullshit? Do you think flat out that she's just faking it and she did all this, manipulated everything with the straw hats on purpose so that way that she can ultimately lock Sanji down and she's just like Big Mom? Do you think Big Mom could potentially be a fraud? Do you think that the reason why she's sitting in that table fucking sucking turkeys up her butthole is the fact that she has somebody else doing that? Maybe there's somebody else with these powers and she's taking in all the rumors as legend to make herself look bigger, but in actuality she just maybe has one power, and that's the homies. And what do you think about Luffy fucked up fighting the army after Sanji and Cracker's ass whoopings they gave him? Do you think that is going to take Jinbei to come in? How is Luffy going to be able to go against Big Mom? And your overall thoughts of the past few weeks of One Piece? Honestly, One Piece yet again, I love it. I love it. My fandom right now is at an all-time high, and it's been a while since I felt like this for One Piece, like back-to-back weeks where it gives me them feels of when I fell in love with One Piece, and it's a good feeling. And your overall thoughts of all this. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. Pudding, please, please, don't break my boy Sanji's heart. Come on, be a good girl, baby. Please, have an awesome day.